Hey, Steelers Nation. We're back with an exclusive video packed with the latest updates on our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any exclusive updates or exciting Steelers news. Steelers fans, hold on to your seats because the NFL world is buzzing with whispers that could change the course of the season entirely. Derrick Henry, the unstoppable force of Tennessee, is reportedly making the move to Pittsburgh, and the implications are monumental. Imagine the power, the sheer presence of Henry charging down the field in black and gold, redefining what the Steelers' ground game could look like. Insiders suggest that discussions have been ongoing for weeks behind closed doors, with league executives hinting that Pittsburgh's front office has been strategizing this move for months. The rumor mills are exploding with speculation about how this signing could influence not only offensive playbooks, but also the dynamics within the locker room. Fans are already dreaming of explosive 30-plus carry games, devastating defenders, and a return of a punishing rushing identity that Pittsburgh has longed for. While nothing is official yet, every source seems to point toward the same tantalizing conclusion. Derrick Henry in a Steelers uniform could rewrite expectations for the AFC North. Analysts are already theorizing about the synergy between Henry and the Steelers' offensive line, and how his presence alone might elevate the play of receivers and tight ends, creating a domino effect that no defense can ignore. The potential arrival of Derrick Henry to Pittsburgh isn't just a game-changer, it's a statement. The rumor suggests that Steelers management sees Henry as more than just a running back. He's a symbol of dominance and endurance. Conversations within coaching circles reportedly highlight that integrating Henry into the system could allow Pittsburgh to resurrect a bruising, relentless ground attack, the kind of identity that made them legendary. Some insiders speculate that head coach Mike Tomlin has been pushing for a talent of Henry's caliber to complement the team's current roster, with offensive coordinators already scribbling diagrams envisioning relentless north-south runs. Social media is ablaze with fans weighing in, debating whether Henry's style fits the Steelers' historically disciplined schemes or whether adjustments will be required. Meanwhile, sports pundits are spinning theories about how Henry could influence quarterback play, forcing defenses to respect the run and opening up the passing game. Training camp previews are already imagining the physicality Henry brings, with linebackers and defensive backs scrambling to adjust. The rumor has sparked a fevered excitement, blending nostalgia with anticipation, as fans envision a return to the kind of pounding football that defined Pittsburgh's glory years. Whispers in the league suggest that Henry's potential move could spark a domino effect across the AFC North. Ravens, Bengals, and Browns insiders are reportedly reassessing their defensive plans, fearing that stopping Henry would require a complete overhaul of schemes designed to contain mobile yet powerful backs. The chatter in sports circles also hints that this acquisition might be the Steelers' answer to countering emerging rivals, asserting dominance through brute force rather than purely tactical finesse. Former players and analysts are chiming in, predicting that Henry's ability to sustain long drives could drastically alter game tempos, forcing opponents to rethink stamina management and rotation strategies. Rumors point to secret workouts and medical evaluations already conducted in Pittsburgh, fueling speculation that both sides are serious about making the move a reality. Fan forums are alight with projections of season-long statistics, imagining the kind of monstrous numbers that only Henry could achieve in an offensive line historically built for power runs. Every mention of this possible trade or signing is met with a mixture of awe and skepticism, creating a narrative where anticipation rivals certainty. The mere possibility of Henry in Steelers colors has transformed casual observers into full-time strategists, debating blocking schemes and game day rotations. The financial implications of Henry joining Pittsburgh are another layer in this swirling rumor. Contract experts are dissecting potential deal structures, salary cap impacts, and bonuses, theorizing how the Steelers could balance keeping star players while bringing in one of the most physically imposing backs in NFL history. Sources close to negotiations, speaking anonymously, hint that Pittsburgh might be crafting a deal that maximizes both performance incentives and long-term viability, making it appealing for both Henry and the organization. Some rumors suggest creative solutions to fit Henry's demands while preserving team depth, possibly reshaping the franchise's philosophy on high-impact acquisitions. Betting lines and fantasy projections are already adjusting, with sports analytics communities scrambling to account for the seismic shift Henry could introduce. Even mock drafts from previous years are being revisited under the new lens, as experts speculate how Pittsburgh's offensive priorities might change. The narrative continues to gain momentum, blending hope, strategy, and speculation into a cohesive rumor that has captured the imagination of fans across the league, creating a buzz that could rival any offseason blockbuster signing in recent memory. Speculation is also swirling about how Henry's personality and leadership could impact the Steelers' locker room. While much of the focus is naturally on his physical prowess, insiders hint that his competitive edge, work ethic, and reputation for relentless training could galvanize younger players and veterans alike. Reports suggest that coaches envision Henry as a mentor figure, someone capable of inspiring teammates to elevate their intensity and accountability. Conversations on fan podcasts and sports media outlets speculate about the subtle yet influential role a star like Henry could play in setting standards, motivating players, and transforming team culture. Social media threads are filled with imagined interactions between Henry and Pittsburgh's core roster, analyzing chemistry and hypothetical mentorship dynamics. While these elements are more conjecture than confirmed, they contribute to the overall excitement, painting a picture of a transformative presence beyond the stat sheet. The rumor, in essence, is not just about yards gained or touchdowns scored. It's about reshaping identity, creating a narrative of dominance that reverberates through every corner of the organization and fuels an ever-growing buzz that refuses to subside. Finally, speculation around Derrick Henry joining the Steelers is also generating discussions about long-term strategic positioning. Observers note that acquiring a player of Henry's caliber signals a shift toward prioritizing power football, a deliberate recalibration of offensive philosophy. Rumors suggest management is considering not only short-term gains, but also the potential for sustained success, using Henry as the centerpiece for a multi-year plan to dominate the ground game. Industry insiders speculate about roster adjustments, draft strategy tweaks, and how salary cap planning might evolve to accommodate such a high-impact player. Fan forums are rife with tactical debates, imagining play-action scenarios, clock management strategies, and how defenses might be forced into reactive patterns. The ripple effects of Henry's potential move extend far beyond Pittsburgh's immediate season, affecting trade discussions, team-building philosophies, and even coaching decisions across the league. While officially nothing is confirmed, the persistent chatter, corroborated by multiple semi-anonymous sources, keeps the rumor alive, feeding anticipation, excitement, and, for many, the dream of witnessing one of football's most unstoppable forces don the black and gold, ready to rewrite the rules of the game. The mere thought of Derrick Henry stepping on a Heinz Field has created a firestorm of anticipation that seems almost tangible. Rumors circulating suggest that Steelers coaches have been secretly envisioning scenarios where Henry becomes the focal point of a reimagined offensive scheme, one that prioritizes raw power, clock domination, and psychological warfare against opposing defenses. Sources whisper about specialized packages designed exclusively for Henry, emphasizing downhill runs, gap exploitation, and even short yardage mastery that could turn every 4th and 1 into an automatic advantage. Fans on social media are dissecting hypothetical highlights, imagining the sheer momentum of Henry barreling through defensive fronts, bouncing off would-be tacklers, and transforming every possession into a potential game-changing drive. Analysts speculate that the synergy between Henry and Pittsburgh offensive line could reach historic levels, creating holes so large that defenders are forced into desperate, often ineffective attempts to contain him. The rumors suggest that Henry's conditioning and resilience make him ideal for sustaining a punishing, time-consuming offensive rhythm, and whispers indicate that the team's play calling may evolve to maximize his endurance, potentially revolutionizing not just Steelers football, but the league's approach to physical running games. Every insider source seems to nod in agreement. If Henry arrives, the Steelers are entering a new era of gridiron intimidation. Whispers about Derrick Henry's contract details continue to fuel speculation across the league. While no official figures have been released, rumors hint at a deal that balances performance incentives with a team-friendly cap structure, allowing Pittsburgh to retain flexibility for future roster moves. Sports finance analysts are dissecting possible scenarios, considering signing bonuses, guaranteed money, and incentive ladders that reward explosive rushing milestones. Conversations behind closed doors reportedly focus on balancing the cost of acquiring a superstar with sustaining overall team depth, ensuring that the move doesn't compromise other key positions. Betting markets are already reacting, with odds makers adjusting win projections and season totals based on Henry's potential impact. Fantasy football communities are likewise abuzz, recalibrating player values and imagining the domino effect of a dominant ground game that demands defensive attention, opening passing lanes, and elevating the entire offensive unit. Speculation even touches on marketing and brand implications, suggesting that Henry's presence could enhance ticket sales, merchandise, and national visibility for the Steelers. From the rumor mills to media roundtables, every angle is being explored, and the excitement is reaching fever pitch, fueling dreams of a team transformed by the sheer force of one of football's most feared running backs. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. League insiders are also whispering about how Derrick Henry's presence might influence defensive planning throughout the AFC. Rival coaches, according to sources, are already recalculating strategies, designing linebacker rotations, and adjusting gap assignments in anticipation of a back who can physically dominate every engagement. Speculation is rife that opposing teams may feel compelled to adopt heavy defensive fronts, which in turn could open opportunities for Pittsburgh's passing game, creating a dual threat that is difficult to neutralize. Analysts suggest that Henry's stamina and ability to maintain power late in games could redefine red zone efficiency and time of possession battles. Rumors indicate that even veteran players on rival squads are expressing concern about facing a force as relentless as Henry, knowing that traditional defensive approaches might not suffice. The chatter suggests that Pittsburgh's potential acquisition has ripple effects beyond their own roster, potentially forcing league-wide strategic adaptations. Fans are fueling these theories, sharing simulations, highlighting past performances, and debating whether any defensive unit can realistically contain a player of Henry's magnitude. The ongoing speculation portrays Henry not just as a player, but as a disruptive variable capable of reshaping how the entire division approaches each matchup. The locker room implications of Derrick Henry joining Pittsburgh are equally captivating in these swirling rumors. Sources suggest that teammates, both veterans and younger players, might be inspired by Henry's work ethic, size, and relentless drive, which could influence practice intensity, accountability, and competitive spirit. Rumors indicate that coaching staff envision him as a leadership figure, not only by example, but through mentorship, helping elevate the performance of skill position players and even the offensive line. Analysts are speculating on the potential for team culture transformation, where a single dominant figure becomes a catalyst for elevated standards, discipline, and cohesion. Social media debates often revolve around how Henry's personality meshes with Pittsburgh's roster, with some fans imagining locker room dynamics where respect and admiration translate into a more focused, united team. The chatter suggests that his influence may extend beyond the field, shaping habits, training regimens, and approaches to in-game decision-making. While speculation, the consistency of insider hints paints a picture of Henry as a transformative presence, one whose effect could be felt in every practice, film session, and game day meeting. The rumor captures the imagination by blending athletic dominance with human influence, promising a ripple effect across the organization. Discussions about Derrick Henry also touch on his potential to redefine the Steelers' offensive identity. Rumors suggest that Pittsburgh may be preparing to shift toward a philosophy where power running dictates tempo, dictates defensive matchups, and drives game planning. Analysts speculate that with Henry at the core, the Steelers could control the clock like never before, wearing down opponents physically and mentally while keeping their own quarterback in rhythm. Fans are envisioning signature plays where Henry bursts through the line, altering defensive alignments, and setting up complementary passing opportunities. Insider chatter hints at diagram playbooks being revised, with new packages tailored to maximize Henry's downhill momentum and explosive cuts. The rumor implies that Henry's integration could extend to situational strategies, goal line efficiency, and third down conversions, essentially reshaping how Pittsburgh approaches every facet of offensive football. From practice planning to draft considerations, the excitement and speculation suggest a seismic shift in philosophy, as if the Steelers were preparing not just for a season, but for an era defined by one of the NFL's most physically imposing and unstoppable talents. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.